You ain't gonna like it. That's exactly how much you're not gonna like it. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host, a man that spent 12 years at community college to earn my PhD in Magic the Gathering, Dr. Yukon Socket. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Yukon Socket. Word to your mother. So I am broadcasting to you today from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to you a deck inspired by one I found on the Aether Hub called Boros Reanimator by Abrade Plutaniuta. Yeah, I'm not sure. Abrade Plutanienta. Boros Reanimator. Now, I'm saying inspired by because I pulled it out, I played it a couple times, and I made changes. I made a number of changes to it. Originally, this thing, it said Boros, but it had green in it, thus the Jetmir's Garden. And I didn't take it out just because I left it in because I did want to have the ability to cycle potentially. If we get too much lands, you know, these cycle lands are pretty good for that. But I didn't, you know, I want this to be Boros. I didn't want it to be Jund or whatever it is, right? But let's see, what else about it? So then I took out the Titan of Industry. I put in a bunch of stuff and I played around it a bunch and we got it down to this level right here, this particular deck. So, anyways, if you take a look at what they did on Aether Hub, it's different. Like especially at the low end, I got some way different stuff going on right there. Let's take a look at the cards that I have. We'll try to figure out, you know, I'll try to point out why I think this works. And then we'll take it out and see how well it happens here. All right, so this deck is Boros because it's red and white. And that's the name of the Ravnican Guild. That's red and white. We could call it Lower Hold if we wanted to go off of the Strixhaven model. But nope. Boros, baby. Boros. And it's Reanimator means we're going to be bringing a lot of stuff back from the graveyard. So how... Number one, how are we going to bring back things from the graveyard? Well, we got Repair and Recharge, and we got a single card of that, and we got 4 Invoke Justices. So we got 5 cards that go out to your graveyard and take things. In this case, it's target artifact, enchantment, or planeswalker. In this case, it is target permanent card of any type. And this one will give you a Power Stone. This one will give you +4/+1/+1 counters that you could distribute amongst creatures and vehicles that you control. I guess you could put it onto your opponent's stuff if you felt like it, but I have yet to come up with a good reason for that. So yeah, that's the Reanimator part right there. Now, what are we going to be doing? See, the big deal is we got Portal of Phyrexia, Cityscape Leveler. We got the Fallaji Dragon Engine, which are 8, 8, 9, and those are really expensive. What else we have that's expensive? Sanctuary Warden at 6. Steel Seraph at 6 as well. Now, Steel Seraph is a prototype creature, so therefore you can also play him for 3, which is fantastic, right? Meaning that you can get him out as a 3/3 for 3 rather than a 5/4. You know, really the 5/4 is not that much better than the 3/3, so I think he's really good as a 3. But if you are able to pay for the 6, you get a much better creature, and if you can pull him back from your graveyard, then you can get him out for cheaper using one of these cards right here. So these are all things you could dump into the graveyard. Don't look at Vanquish the Horde right now. How else are we going to get things into the graveyard? Well, we've got Bitter Reunion, which you discard a card and then you draw 2 cards. So this helps you go find the cards you need while taking these big dudes and throwing them into the graveyard for you in case that's the way this thing's working out. This guy here comes out, gets you a Plains, and then you discard a card, which is usually one of the big guys. At which point, then you could potentially get something out of your graveyard for 2 or less. That's probably not going to happen. But if it does, you can, and that's great. Otherwise, then you get this other guy out as a 3/4. So really, this is for you. It's a little bit of just getting that extra mana because you need mana, as well as finding a good reason to discard a card. Who else lets you discard a card? Big Score does. And Big Score is, you discard a card, grab 2 cards, but you also get 2 treasure tokens. So we're throwing things into the graveyard, but we're also building our mana at the same time. So you got a nice blend of being able to just pay, pay for these things outright, getting up to 8 and 9 mana without having to go and fetch them from your graveyard. It's not entirely dependent upon this. This does have a fast mana ramp. But in case you get yourself to Invoke Justice or Repair, you are guaranteed to be pulling things out for five mana straight to your graveyard. Your ability to kill things. Where does that come from? Wandering Emperor can go ahead and exile target tapped creature. Abrade will destroy something with a toughness of 3 or less, or any artifact. Right? Destroy Evil will destroy those with a toughness of 4 or greater, or any enchantment. So we got a nice coverage between these two cards of taking things out, but we've only got 4 of them, not much. Now, in the Bitter Reunion, the other great thing about it is that for 1, you can sacrifice it, and creatures you control get haste. Meaning that if you play this and you drag out like the Fallaji Dragon Engine or the Cityscape Leveler, you can use the haste to have them attack immediately. So there's not many creatures in this deck. Everything's at the high end. Your Wandering Emperor can throw out some samurais there. But, other than that, that's the way this deck works. Your Visions of Phyrexia will be putting out Power Stones like crazy. So try not to touch the spells that they bring in, unless it's like a land or something. Because, lands are generally better than Power Stones. But if it's anything else, the only thing that sucks, I've had this happen to me, is that you get like a Portal to Phyrexia, you can't pay for it unless you had a Power Stone. So you let it die, which then exiles it, at which point then you suddenly do have the ability to pay 9 mana. But you don't have it anymore because you had to exile it to get your stupid Power Stone. Oh, the humanity. But that's the price you pay when you play with a deck like this. So anyways, there we go. Let's take it out and see if we can cause some mayhem. All right, playing against Emerson. 1202. 1/2 mana. 8/2 mana going in. I'm going to say mulligan on this one. I like that much better. Keep it. We'll get rid of one of the Wandering Emperors. Still, we need to pick up a 4th mana. There's our 4th mana. We're good. Looks like the Iron Giant totally got killed there. Alright, Steel Seraph. Lifelink. Alright, do I feel like getting rid of any of the cards I have? Yeah, I'll get rid of the land. It's a 4, 5, 6, 7. This guy will get me number 8, potentially. You think, is this enough? I got 2 of them. He's looking at all my stuff. I'm looking at my stuff. Ooh, I had 3 of them, alright. He's gonna have to blow this popsicle stand pretty soon. He just wants to get the most bang for his buck. Because I think he counts as a 6, or does he? I don't know which one he counts as in this kind because he's just a 3. You just have to see what happens, I guess. He's going for it. Yep, he goes. I mean, I got nothing else going on right now, so let's just go ahead and put out some Samurai, I suppose. Oh, what do I got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get another Samurai. Throw this guy out there. Pick up another land. Now you do it. Alright, 4. So I could put out Cityscape Leveler on the next turn. That's cool. We got a Power Stone. I can just play everything. I'm not too worried about it. Let's start with the Cityscape Leveler. And we win. It was going to be glorious the next couple of turns, but apparently we were too fearsome. Victory! Alright, playing against FluXuatioN. 1-2. Let's hope Bitter Reunion will get us the lands we need. Alright, Bitter Reunion will get rid of Portal Phyrexia. Alright, that's looking better. This guy's got to be able to kill the Steel Seraph. He's just countering things. Alright, so we have Vanquish the Horde, which is pretty sweet. I'm up to now 5, 6, 7. I can have 8 on the next turn. I don't have 8. I got 7 is what I have. Alright, let's go for the Sanctuary Warden. Is this also going to get countered? Nope. Let's keep the double on them. Where is my reanimation, man? Okay, 8. And that is also 8. And that is what I cannot play. Look at that, it's a land, everyone. Alright, so we will be at 8 on our next turn. There we go, that's looking good. Sure, that one looks fine. That one looks fine. And let's just put out a Cityscape Leveler, pay the auto. You try to say I'm only at 7 otherwise? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. I got 8. Alright, so you've got enough mana to do a lot and a lot of cards in your hands. Yeah, you don't seem to be doing much. You put out the crown, which means you expect to have creatures out that you expect to die. Yeah, we're not seeing them. We got, what is this, Power Stones, which means we're expecting to see some artifact creatures. And we're not seeing those either. This is when you tax, huh? You ain't gonna like it. That's exactly how much you're not gonna like it. Winner, winner, victory dinner. Alright, playing against Ice Lee. 2, 3. One, two, three. Keep. These are some expensive cards. Steel Seraph, can't even play that, can we? You can play the Fallaji Dragon Engine. Touch the precious. Well, I didn't quite touch it, did I? Oh, no, I did. Yeah, he's looking at me. I touched it. Looks like you want to shoot stuff. Yeah, you do. Yeah, no, we're good. Thank you. Alright, I bet you we get a Visions out. Ooh, you gonna counter me? You better not, you jerk. I'm very disappointed in that. I do not like being countered. Alright, so we have 4 mana. Only a single white. There's our second white. Let's Bitter Reunion it. Get rid of the portal. Can't destroy anything. So you've only got 5 mana. He needs to put something else, and then I can wipe all of them out. But else something else. Yeah, he's keeping his guys too weak, which means they're below the destroy evil level. I'll have 6 on the next turn. I can wipe them out regardless. Okay, I will not take that out, unfortunately. That's the card that just taunts me mercilessly. Oh, man. Oh, good. You're taking out your own guys. I don't have any creatures in there. That's good. So I got 4, 5, 6. Here's number 7. Get out Steel Seraph, and then I can give him haste, have him go after one of those Obnixiluses. All right, we're going to pop this. I don't like this awful delay. Lifelink. Touch the precious. All right, so bringing the portal back might be really cool. He's got a few good tricks to pull out of his graveyard. Yeah, I think Portal's going to come. We need a little justice around here. Cool. Damn, he says. I'm I'm just going to go for him. I don't think Omnixus can do anything good. All right, Ice Lee. Dun 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 dun. Ice Lee. Touch the precious. I know, Cubert. Here you go. There's some Energon. That guy's got a lot of mana. He wants those four specifically. He's up to 8. Two cards. Touch the precious. I touched it. I know. It seemed like it was a shock, didn't it? Oh, let's see. This guy seems so cool. All right, so let's just invoke Justice again. And let's bring back the Fallaji Dragon Engine. Go right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lifelink. Alright, it's down to 1. I do 1 point of damage to people? Yeah, right there. In turn. And you win! Touchdown! Lava Bears! And flanked against DrTeeth and the All-Star Muppet Band. 1, 2, 3. Keep it. Alright, we need to shut that bat up. I do not like bat squeaks. Nighty-night, bat. Alright, so we are going to Restoration on turn 3, Visions on turn 4. Guaranteed a 4th land right there. The 2 red we need for the Visions. And the Visions will start skyrocketing us up. So we get out of the Cityscape Leveler. This guy's playing mono green, which we're going to be playing against some big old guys. Let's see. Let's toss one of these in case we get the ability to fetch things out of the graveyard. Okay, we're up to 5 mana. We need to get 8 to be able to put out the Cityscape Leveler. 2 more to get out a Sanctuary Warden, but not of the Power Stone type. You can crew up any of your guys, like that guy right there. You'll do. I'm going a long way to build this deck. Build my board state. Okay, mana, that's good. Vanquish the Horde is even better. That's disappointing. But yeah, I prefer that as a mana. And then we'll just Vanquish the Horde. Five. All right, there's another mana. And another mana. I'd say we let this one go. That one we can turn into the other. Go ahead and put out a Sanctuary Warden. Decline. Okay, now we're up to, was it 6, right? 6, 7, 8, which means we start playing the Cityscape Levelers. And we win. Suck it, suckerfish. Victory! Alright, so we're playing again with Boros Reanimator. Boros Reanimator. It was really cool. I mean, it seems like it's the same trick, which is just get a bunch of stuff. You're trying to build up your mana so that you can put out some awesome Brothers War artifact creatures and stuff. Cityscape Leveler, Portal of Phyrexia, always for the good side there. I have made changes big time from what we pulled off of the Aether Hub. I played around with a bunch of different kind of artifacts. I did try the Skitterbeam, which of course you know I love. Did not work well because Skitterbeam only creates copies of itself if it is cast, not if it is like slid in from the graveyard. That doesn't count. So therefore, Skitterbeam didn't really work well here. Like even Cityscape Leveler says when you cast the spell, you destroy something, or whenever it attacks. So it kind of sucks because if you don't cast it, if you just get it in through sneaky reanimation, you don't get that comes into play effect. But still, every time it attacks, you get it. So it's still kind of worth it. But with the Skitterbeam, that's not the case. So I ended up putting in Steel Seraph because this guy will come in as the full 6, even if you get him in. So that way you can get him in early and as a full level. Same thing with the, was this Fallaji Dragon Engine. He'll come in as the 5/5. Plus, you know, then you can start just pumping mana into him. I also included the Bitter Reunion, so we could do the 2 cards for 1 card swap out, which includes putting our giant guys into the graveyard and be able to get haste, for 1 mana to all your creatures. So that way, when you do bring back a bunch of them at one time, or even one of them at one time, like a Cityscape Leveler, you can then have them come in, destroy something, give them haste, and then destroy something again. So yeah, there's some changes made. I balanced out the low end between Destroy Evil and Abrade. And man, I can tell you, Destroy Evil has been sucking. There's just so much stuff out there that maintains a toughness of 3 or less, and people aren't blowing them out of proportion. So this thing just dances around doing nothing. You got Abrade to take care of it from the other side. You know, it takes care of the stuff with 3 damage to a target creature or destroy a target artifact. But I got 2 and 2. Just depends what you grab. They're just sort of in here. And I can see where both of them would be useless in some situations. So if anything, you might want to change these out. I just needed something for the low end 1 and 2 mana slots. And these were they fit the bill 50% of the time. Let's put it that way. The rest of this deck, though, is pretty well tuned and is actually working really well. I like it quite a bit. So let's see. Is this deck a winner? We're calling it a winner deck. I have, out of 8 games, I have a 75% win rate. So I think that this deck is definitely in the winning class, which means I'm going to start it off in the A category. Is this deck fun? Yes, it is quite fun. I mean, the most fun is when you finally get up to your 8 mana and you're able to start paying to put out Cityscape Leveler and the Fallaji Dragon and Sanctuary Warden. And just at 8, you could do whatever you want. Really, at 6, there's still a lot of good stuff you can do. Invoking Justice at 5 seems to be good. You know, Visions of Phyrexia is where everything kind of comes together, and that's only at 4. So, I mean, this deck has the ability to slide into the upper rates really fast. My big thing here is I'm not sure Sanctuary Warden is really the way to go. It seems like maybe Steel Seraph might be better than Sanctuary Warden. It's just that having those shields on there allows you to like vanquish the Horde, just wipe everybody out, but then that shield protects the Sanctuary Warden. So, you know, even if you just got, I don't know, maybe the Elspeth where she can grab something, take it out, and put a shield on there, might be better than the Sanctuary Warden. That might be the way to go. I just didn't think about it till just now. Yeah, because then you'd even be able to pull through your graveyard a little bit and put those shields out. And there's a lot of stuff that's good here that wants shields. I'm just not sure. We're going to take a look at Elspeth to see if she's any good with these big mana creatures, because that's pretty much what we got in here other than Steel Seraph. And, Steel Seraph, really. There's no creatures down there at the low level. All right, so yeah, it is pretty fun. It just, at the beginning, it's a little nerve-wracking, especially when you start going up against mono red or something, right? Lastly, is the deck interesting? And I think, yes, it is interesting, mostly because I like playing. I'm just still kind of playing around with Visions of Phyrexia. The Bitter Reunion, it's still kind of new to me. Fallaji Dragon was new. But yeah, there's not really, I mean, the interesting here is the graveyard recursion, the reanimation aspect of it. That's what makes the deck interesting. It gives that extra layer of plotting, planning, and working things out. So yeah, it's not a standard aggro mid-range. I got a big dude I'm gonna fight. It's actually got some extra layers to it, and that makes it pretty decent. So it is a winner. It is pretty fun, and it is interesting. I'd have to normally give it an A+. I'm gonna give it an A+. Maybe an A. I don't know. It's definitely worth playing. Like I said, I just have a couple of other ideas for it, which kind of shakes my my enthusiasm for it, this specific version, because I'm excited about doing something different and maybe better. And then that better is going to be an A+. I don't know. This deck definitely meets all 3 criteria for the things I'm looking for in a deck, and I think that you will find it to be an engaging deck as well. If you decide to play with this deck, I hope that you have as much fun with it as I did. That is all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, shine on, you crazy diamonds. Later.